This just in, Stephen Amell caught acting like a picketer. Stephen Amell caught acting like he gives a shit. Stephen Amell caught acting like it wasn't his team, his PR people that said, you need to get out in that picket line striking right now after the stuff you've done. What's up everyone, Eric here, and in today's video, we're gonna follow up on all the drama surrounding Stephen Amell and his comments about the strike that's going on right now. So buckle up, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below on your thoughts and opinions on any and all of this. Let's get into it. All right, so in case you've been hiding under a rock somewhere, you would know that Stephen Amell made some pretty interesting comments about the strike that's going on right now. You want to make it very clear that he supports the union. However, he does not support striking. He called it myopic. He called it reductive. He called it frustrating. He tried to clarify this on Instagram, but then the receipts were out there. It looks like he had been scabbing. Okay, a lot of people would say it's actually scabbing, where he was advertising his show Heels. He was at conventions talking about shows that he wasn't supposed to be talking about. He admitted that he wasn't supposed to be talking about them. So there's no like, oh, maybe he didn't know. He said it. He said it right after the strike started. He was like, we're not supposed to be doing this, but we're going to do it anyway, with David Ramsey there. And then he did it again, another convention. He's been doing it, right? So he's been doing a bunch of stuff. He had an interview with TMZ where he said, if I have to be the first one to cross the line, meaning like to cross the picket line and go back to work, if that's going to make a difference, I'll do it or whatever. So he's just pretty much fully admitted to like breaking the rules and violating guidelines and stuff like that. So a lot of people have been calling him a scab. He's been getting dragged on social media. Then we have other people like Zachary Levi who said some stuff. We had Jamie Lee Curtis who said some stuff. So there are some actors out there that are kind of echoing the things that Stephen Amell is saying. But this was like a while ago. This was like, when I say a while ago, like I think like about a week or so ago when all this sort of dropped. But it's been going on since the beginning of the month. Stephen Amell's been doing stuff since the beginning of the month. Anyway, so he did this Instagram post. We're not going to run over all this or whatever. But here's the interesting thing. After those comments were made, this came out from Mark Guggenheim, and it says, Arrow Reunion Picket. The AMPTP has failed the city. Join us for a special Arrow reunion of writers, actors, and fans on the picket line, Friday, August 11th from 9 to 11 a.m., which was today. If you're watching this on Friday, it was today. And this is going to be in Warner Brothers Studio, Burbank. So this came out like very shortly after Stephen Amell, the drama with Stephen Amell was sort of made public. And so a lot of people were wondering, is Stephen going to show up with the rest of the cast to show support and solidarity, right? It should be pretty easy for him to get there. Like, very simple. But of course, that's not the case. Stephen Amell did show up to picket. However, it was in New York City for what looks to be like a photo op. And let me say this, right? There's nothing wrong with picketing in a different location. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a little weird. It's a little weird that your castmates arranged this Arrow picketing thing in California in plenty of time for you to sort of make plans to be there. It was only a couple of hours. And you decide to go and picket somewhere else, right? Something about that doesn't sit right with me. I'm not accusing him of like it being some big conspiracy or whatever, but something about that doesn't sit right with me, right? Because you have the rest of the cast members here. Like, here's a picture from the strike. I mean, you had people there from the show. You had people behind the scenes. You had Mark Guggenheim. I think Beth Schwartz was there. Willa Holland, Katie Cassidy was there. Like everyone that you could imagine from Arrow, with the exception of, I think, Emily. I don't think Emily was there. I don't think David Ramsey was there. And Stephen Amell obviously wasn't there because he was in New York. He was in New York for photo ops, cosplaying as someone who gives a shit about the strike. Here's the deal. Okay. This to me looks like so manufactured by public relations, because he made it very clear, very, very clear on multiple occasions that he does not support striking. And that is his prerogative. He doesn't have to. You don't have to support something, right? Like, I get it. I'm not saying that he had to like bend the knee and say that. What I am saying though is that when you so adamantly double, triple down on that, and then you do something like this looks like a public relations photo op. That's what it looks like to me. That may not be what it is. Maybe he's had a change of heart. I haven't seen anything today, as of recording this, that show that he's changed his mind about striking. Now, he did mention in one of his posts that if you saw him picketing, don't throw things at him or something like that. However, this would have been the perfect opportunity. This would have felt more genuine and more real if he had shown up with his castmates. If he was there in solidarity with the rest of the Arrow cast, I think this would have made more sense. It would have felt more real. It wouldn't have felt like a public relations situation. It would have felt like him being a part of the team and really showing the support. Going to New York City and doing a photo op by yourself, to me, it doesn't mean as much. I'm sorry, it doesn't. For me personally. You guys may feel different. But he went out of his way to say, if I have to be the one to cross the line and do all these other things, which he'd already done. At the point when he said that, he had already done it. It had already happened. So unless he was speaking retroactively, he had already done those things. This isn't going to help. I think people that feel a certain way about Stephen Amell at this point, their minds are made up. I don't think they're going to change their mind because you went and you did some striking in New York City. You made it very clear what your opinion is, Stephen, and that's fine. People don't have to agree with it. But the thing about it is you rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. You burned a lot of bridges. This feels like, let me tell you what I think happened. After he got caught doing things he wasn't supposed to do, his people talked with the union, and the union was like, we want you to do a few things to make up for what you said, or we're going to have to kick you out. Again, this is just speculation. This is just speculation. We're going to kick you out if you don't go and show some sort of support for striking. You have to do it. Now, take that for what you will. You may disagree with that and go, oh, well, that's wrong. They shouldn't have done that. If he feels a certain kind of way, they should have allowed him to feel that way and not made him change his mind. But when it comes to the union, if you are breaking the rules and breaking the guidelines, I would say that it's within their power to go, you have to do this thing to make up for that. So this is like union community service, basically. This is Stephen Amell doing what he has to do, cosplaying as a picketer, pretty much, to appease the union. Or he would get in trouble. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. That's how I feel about it. But I want to know what you guys think about it. Do you agree or disagree with Stephen Amell? I'm curious now, after the statements have come out and we've had other actors sort of step up and say some similar stuff, do you agree or disagree with Stephen Amell? Do you think striking is the wrong thing to do? You think not being able to discuss projects and stuff like that, do you think it's the wrong thing to do? Do you think they should be able to do that? Or do you agree with the union and think that that is really the only way that they can make the studios see how important it is for the actors to be out there on the red carpets, to be doing interviews and things like that? Which camp do you fall in? It's a very nuanced conversation. However, I will say, regardless of your opinion on that, if you sign up to be in the union, if you are a member of the union and they have guidelines and rules, you know those rules. You know what the rules are. So if you don't like them and you're not petitioning to change those rules, and you just go out and you break them whenever you want, that's not really the right way to do it, in my opinion. But maybe you guys agree or disagree with that thought process. Let me know in the comments below. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a like if you enjoy this content. Make sure you leave a comment down below with your thoughts and opinions on any of all this. I'm curious to hear what everybody has to say. And hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. I do appreciate it. And shout out to my Team Airrick members. Hit the join button if you want to become part of Team Airrick and support the channel another way. Very much would appreciate it if you would like to do that, or leave a super thanks down below. I'd really appreciate it. All right, take care. See everyone later.